Shalom. As always, giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. As Apostle Tahar coined this year, the year of the turn up, well, as you can see, they definitely want to turn up as well. If you look at the title of this article I found on RT News, it says Macron vows to piss off the untouched. That's what I'm going to call them, the untouched, into submission. So basically, in order for them to touch you, they're gonna aggravate you and pretty much funnel you into what they want you to do. You know. And again, I apologize. I'm under the weather, so I apologize if I sound off. But it says the head of state outlined an unconventional strategy, saying the French government is intentionally making life unbearable for the untouched to convince them uh, to receive the hug. There you go. French President Emmanuel Macron has suggested that deliberately pissing off the untouched will persuade more citizens to get hugged. I hope you know what I mean when I'm saying this. Saying he's doing all he can to eliminate skeptics from public life. During a lengthy sit down with the Le Parisien newspaper on Tuesday, Macron said his goal is to make life as difficult as possible for the untouched, hoping that outrage among the group will somehow prompt more people to get hugged. This is his quote. It says, I am not about pissing off the French people, but as for the uh, untouched, I really want to piss them off, and we will continue to do this to the end. This is the strategy, the president said, adding that only a small minority are still resisting. So his whole thing, apparently, or their whole thing that they're planning, and that's going to see if it's happening over there, which also he's the French president, right? Yeah, which is a part of the beast. Over there, it's starting over there where he has the idea, or they have come up with the idea, to piss people off into getting hugged. I hope you know what I mean when I say hugged and untouched. Just saying that so the algorithms don't pick it up. But basically, they're going to piss people off. They're going to pretty much push people into a corner so that way that they can get, hugged. They can, receive the hug. But two things that's going to do. That's either going to make people fold or that's going to make people lash back, which is what you've been seeing over there on the eastern side of the world, is that those people that don't like the mandates, they've been lashing out their government. They've been rioting, or if they've been marching. So that's the two things that's either going to happen. Either people going to fall, which some will, or some are just going to start, getting aggressive with the government. And if that's happening over there, for damn sure it's going to happen over here in America. Now, yeah, people over here in America are a lot more docile and things like that. But remember, this is the year of the turn up. So things is going to turn up. So people is also going to turn up, especially here in Babylon. And them people, some of these Edomites here in America, like Texans, they don't play with their guns, man. They don't play with their so-called rights and things like that. You try to force them to do anything, they're going to get their guns and they're going to, want to go against the government, which is fulfillment of, if I'm not mistaken, Second Ezra the 15th chapter. But this is also, prophecy turning up, as we can see. So it's nice, it's beautiful, I should say. It's beautiful to see how they're pretty much wanting to turn up, and that's what the elder apostle Tahar named this year, the year of the turn up, year of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua turning up, and that's what these devils are also doing. So he said, he's trying to make himself seem like a cool dude, saying, I'm not one to piss people off, but I'm a piss these people off so much, so I make them get hugged. Continuing, it says, how do we reduce that minority? We reduce it, sorry for the expression, by pissing them off even more, which I'm pretty sure he used a strong language. He went on saying his administration is putting pressure on the untouched by limiting as much as possible their access to their activities and social life. So hey, you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't go this, and that's how it's gonna piss them off and aggravate them. Cause hey, you can't go. Oh, you didn't get hugged, you can't go here. You didn't get hugged, you can't go here as well. You can't go here, you can't go there, and eventually that's gonna aggravate the person, and that's either gonna break them down to either do two things. It's either gonna make them say, okay, fine, I'll get the hug, just I'll do whatever you say, or it's gonna aggravate them so much to where they riot against the government. But that's all part of prophecy. Yeah, that's about it. But let me get some precepts and then. Oh wow, it's already at Revelation 12 and 12. Damn. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So that's why they also want to turn up as well, because they see that they have a short time. And so, seeing as how they're, been slowly progressing with people gradualism, but now they're like, you people, you're not wanting to get hugged, so I gotta do things to irritate you, to make you want to get hugged, so that way we can get you to do what we want you to do, so we can funnel you into into the into pretty much bring you to what we want you to do. You know, hold on one second. Let me see one thing. Because I quoted the scripture earlier that that's gonna do two things. So this is that could possibly do two things. This is Second Ezra's, the 15th chapter, and I'm going to start at 14. It says, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hand. So eventually the people are going to rise up against the government, man, because it's like you're trying to make the people, especially over there on the eastern side of the world, you're trying to force them to do something to get hugged when they don't want to get hugged. And like I said, that could either do two things. Because I remember learning this in college. It's called flight or fight. When you get scared, you're either gonna do the flight, which is run away, or you're gonna fight, which is attack back at the person. Now I forgot all the deep intricacies into the thing, but that's what usually happens when a person gets scared or they're in a tough predicament. They're either gonna fly, which is run away, or fight, which is combat. So when you're trying to piss people off, you're stirring up their emotions, and especially in this wicked world, you're stirring up spirits. And as you're pissing the people off, you're either gonna get a flight reaction, which they're just gonna say, "Okay, fine, hug me," or you're gonna get the fight. You could possibly get the fight, which is they're gonna want to fight back against you. Says verse 15 again, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power," right? Because eventually people are getting sick and tired of the mandates. They don't like the lockdowns and things like that. People want their freedoms. People want things to go back to the way they were. And these government officials have been saying what? That, oh, we things are going to go back to normal. They've been making these promises, but things haven't been going back. And well, maybe on the western side of the world, people are stupid. They think that things will go back to normal. But over there on the eastern side, people are not stupid. They see what's going on and things of that nature, and they will stand and fight against their government. But just wanted to bring out that article. It was just going to be a quickie. Pray that this video was edifying. I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Kudash, Shalom.